Good morning, everybody. It's John for Father's Rights and my anti-human trafficking page. It's 5:27 a.m., July 7th, 2024. Okay, people. Tuesday. We'll just get to it. Tuesday of this week. Uh, the DA has once again scheduled for me to be arrested based on the grounds that I sent a text to my wife, which I'm allowed to do because these police officers and DAs, they don't concentrate on the case well enough. They're just not doing their job. And I'm going to read off what I'm going to jail. Now, I remind you, I'm allowed to text my wife and ask what's going on with my daughter, how's she doing, I want to see her, blah, blah, blah. It's all worded in there. Now, here it is. I want to see Gia. You are still neglecting her. Her days off from school have doubled every year from the fourth grade. It's not about you, it's about Gia. So far, by the close of the school year, my daughter has missed 58 days of school. CPS has done nothing. They broad painted me as being domestic violent when I never done any of that. I never even yelled at my wife. But this is all a scam perpetrated from her recently deceased mother. She orchestrated this along with the cousin, along with my wife. The reason is because, I go keep the groomers away from Gia because I found out one of the kids was basically groomed out at 14 years old to a 30-year-old man. The man statutory raped the girl, and my wife's family did nothing. The third line I wrote is G is now in therapy because of you. From February 17th to March 27th, my daughter was not attending school. The school contacted me March 22nd saying my wife told them that my daughter's not going to school because she's having an emotional breakdown. All of this while she's under her mother's care, okay? I don't know what they're doing to my daughter, but to emotionally break a child, you're abusing her. I still have not received the number and name of Gia's therapist as required. As a result of what my daughter has went through, my wife was not seeking to help her. The school actually demanded that if Gia was to come back to school, she has to get a full psych and a full physical examination. I don't know what happened to my daughter. I haven't had much contact with her, but something has happened, and of course my wife is going to try and blame me. She's probably going to say, oh, these texts, oh, you're harassing us with the police, you're attacking us. Meanwhile, my daughter hasn't been to school for a month and a half. I'm asking the police to do a wellness check, and they're refusing. And now, as a result, my daughter's been emotionally traumatized. Did you tell Gia that the reason why I can't see her is because you have an order of protection between me and her? My wife went and told my daughter. Now, I know this because I have ways of knowing things that my wife's probably going to be surprised that I found out. She's telling my daughter I don't want to see her. In the meantime, my wife went and put an order of protection between myself and her and my daughter and her. Okay? And then she'll turn around and tell my daughter, you see, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't call. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't care about you. So she's using these orders of protection to alienate me from my child. And then I told her, no, instead you told her I don't want to see her anymore. The text I just read you, if in case you don't realize it, I'll read the text just by themselves once again and clear out all the minutia. I want to see Gia. You're still neglecting her. Her days off from school have doubled every year from the fourth grade. It's not about you, it's about Gia. Specifically worried about my daughter's well-being. Keep the groomers away from Gia. That video's up there. Gia's now in therapy because of you. Because she's alienating that child and isolating her and tell her father bad, father bad, father bad. She's really screwed up my daughter. I still have not received the number and name of Gia's therapist as required because I want to know what's going on with my daughter. I love the girl. She's the best part of me. I have a whole future plan for her of how I'm going to help her reach her goals. Do you tell Gia that the reason why I can't see her is because you have an order of protection between me and her? You're a liar. She put an order of protection between me and my daughter when I've never done anything wrong to my daughter. And my daughter will attest to that. No, instead you told her I don't want to see her anymore. This has been going on since October, where my wife walked up to me during my visitation rights and told me, I'm going to get you arrested. And she's doing that. And she's doing it through misusing the orders of protection. If you're a father and you're worried about your children, the first step, as a young couple, this is both the woman and the men. Woman, stop listening to these evil people who are jealous of you, okay? They're jealous of you. They're going to ruin your marriage so you can be just as lonely and desperate as they are, so they can have misery in their company. You ever hear the saying, misery loves company? Don't listen to them. They don't have a man or a family because they don't deserve one. Number two, guys, due to the nature of what's going on here in New York State, that they're so woke that their brains has slipped out of their head, get your children and your wife away from this corrupt influence. It'll be the best thing you ever done. And on that, I'm out of here. Hopefully I'll be released the next day, but I doubt it. I think they're just going to put me in prison, to tell you the truth. I don't think I'm going to get out of jail until August 6th. I'm speculating, but this is the third time she had me arrested. Needless to say, I did have an order of protection that was issued on June 12th, in which I haven't even had any contact with anybody in any formal way. How she managed to pull this one off, when it's actually within the context to do what I did in the actual order of protection, I think that some of these people that are in power, like the DA and stuff, they deserve some kind of reprimand for this, because I'm getting arrested basically for their carelessness and lack of detail in handling this complicated situation. And I already talked to several lawyers. I think I'm going to have to start suing people, starting with CPS for the damage they allowed my wife to do to my daughter, and the multiple arrest from, the 18-wheeler size hole they have in these orders of protection, that even if a judge waives them, there's no deterrent for you to go in contempt of court and get another one from a different judge, because the judge is taking your word that when you applied for the first time for an order of protection, you're supposed to tell the truth, that it was dismissed with prejudice, which means you don't deserve one. But instead, they made up a story that it was contrary to that. And that's why I'm going to jail. New York City, you violated my civil rights, and you continue to do so. So everybody, if you don't know where I am, by Wednesday, I'm probably in jail till at least August 6th. If I do get out of jail on Wednesday, I'll let you know. And on that, I'm out of here.